I'm not sure we've ever seen former presidents, particularly from opposing parties, come together, make a statement of national unity, support for our government, support for our leadership, pulling in the same direction, except in the context of calamity. Right? We have seen former presidents organize to deal with international disasters, brought together to lead, for example, on, trying to build confidence in the vaccine in the face of a global pandemic. They're brought together when something is very wrong, and we need to put politics aside and show that at the worst times, we can call on our leaders of different stripes and of different marching orders, and they will help us, despite the fact that we're a divided people most of the time. In seeing them, it made me feel more serious about the crisis I think that we are in, because that's the only context in which we see former presidents from different parties speaking together like this. I have to say, it made me also feel, maybe in the spirit of your friend Lawrence, who came to you and said, can't all inaugurations be virtual like this? It made me wish that there were more moments like this with former presidents and different statesmen, different leaders of different persuasions who came together more often. I wish we didn't save it for the worst moments in our lives.
Rachel, I suspect this is something that might not have happened if it wasn't a virtual event.
Exactly.
Because if it wasn't, remember what would be going on in Washington at this time. The poor Bidens and Kamala Harris and Doug would be running around to 15 different inaugural balls and going in for one dance and then getting dragged off to the next one, and this endless night. And there's nothing important to aim a camera at, usually, on inauguration night. But getting those presidents together, I think, was one of the creative things that came out of being forced into the virtual format. Someone came up with the idea of, well, they're here. What can we do with them? Because, on a normal inauguration night, they would be long gone from having anything to do with what's going on here. They would have done their solidarity bit on the platform, and that would have been it.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see how that moment from George W. Bush is received among Republicans. I mean, the battle between Trumpism and Republicanism is as yet unsettled. And to the extent that this is seen as President George W. Bush making common cause with other former presidents, in part because of the crisis in our country. Well, because the crisis in our country is not just COVID. The crisis in our country is also the crisis of our democracy, brought about by what we just went through with this president. I mean, does that call the question in terms of the Republican Party versus Trumpism in a way that hasn't been pushed that far before? I mean, we'll see.
Rachel, in our politics, what matters is not so much trying to speak directly to Republican voters. Only 25% of our registered voters are Republicans. 41% are independents. And it's in that space of independents. That's the largest group of us, is independents, more of them than Democrats or Republicans. What George W. Bush was speaking to those people in that massive independent bloc who sometimes vote Democratic and sometimes vote Republican. Those are the people he was speaking to.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.